The transfer window is shut. One more player left. That's it. I don't know how I feel about this transfer window. We have, in my opinion, effectively stood still. Yeah. Thing is, I don't think changing shape made a difference because we'd have still had the same issues. I'd still would have had the same number of players. Instead of the player we've shipped out, it'd have probably been Ryan Marshall would have been shipped out on loan. We've stood still. And in general in football, that's never good. So we'll need to see how the season progresses, I suppose. But yeah, today we do have the Burnley game, but we're not taking on Ipswich. We have our Champions League draw, and it ain't fucking easy. So let's just get to it. Describe Gamer, my name is Duncan. Welcome back to the Journeyman. So everyone, welcome, and let's look at the results first, because there's no real point. We'll get to transfers in a minute. But we last left when we won the Super Cup, and we immediately followed it up with a 2-1 loss to Everton. We actually took the lead on 33 minutes. They equalised on 59. They took the lead in 79. And we couldn't do anything. We were just absolutely horrific on that game. But we then did manage to pull it back against Manchester City. They took the lead on 41 before their player got sent off just on the stroke of half time. We equalised on 6-1, and a 90th minute winner from Stefan Diabate gave us 3 big points against Manchester City. They then took on Brentford away from home. Quite an easy 2-1 win, kinda. We didn't create much first half. We did second half. We got the goal in 77. They got a man sent off in 81 before we got a second goal on the 96th minute. Both goals scored by Norberto Ray. For the Man City goals, it was Royals and Diabate, I think said that. We then took on Charlton in the Carabao Cup, the cup that we have won, so it's the F Cup that we haven't. Warren Jones got the opener, Leo Lesueur got a hat-trick, Ryan Marshall got a goal, and Jake Laskowski got one as well before we conceded a goal on 78 minutes. Today we are taking on Burnley at home, then PSG at home. The rest of our Champions League fixtures that we've been given is Lille at home. Not ideal. Sparta Prague away, fine. Feyenoord away, fine. Napoli away, not ideal. Borussia Dortmund away, not ideal. IFK Gothenburg, yeah, it's fine. And then Benfica at home. Not the easiest of draws, truth be told. And I did just see the Carabao Cup draw. We've got Salford in the Carabao Cup as well. So the player who left is Guilherme. He left on loan on a deal just now that will cost £700,000 with an optional fee that, when all the installment stuff put together, is worth 50 million. Whether or not Porto take it up is a completely different thing. We are hoping they do, but until sometime that they don't do, then yeah, there's nothing much else to say about that. I'm not sure if I said it, but Isidre Trillis has left us for a deal worth a total of 50 something million, possible 56 it could rise to. Again, transfers out 151 million, transfers in 20. Like, we have a budget of like 200, near enough 300 million pounds. If we get 625,000 pounds a week left in our wage budget, we have stood still. Yeah. Honestly, don't know how I feel about the transfer business we've done. We tried to sell Leo Lesueur, nobody bid. We tried to sell Carlos Tabo so I could bring in the other centre mid I wanted. We got a bid for about half of what we wanted to sell him for, and I don't even say half, like half of what we would have possibly accepted. The deal for Man United was worth 83 million. We offered them out for 60 something. We got offered 36 from Milan. We rejected it. Nobody bid for Ray. Nobody went for Chan Hyuk on loan. That is fine. Everyone who is at the club still is available and has been selected for the European squad. So we're actually okay there. If we had one more player, they wouldn't be able to unless they were club trained, because that is where we are missing our player that we need for that. But this is our lineup for today, and it is the one you probably expected. It is possibly our strongest 11 with questions over Lesueur or Ray right wing. But it's Seidel in goals, Gomez, Laskowski, Estrada, Aina, Malkov, Solheim, Sinval, Lesueur, Derry, and Jones. On the bench, Joseph, Silva, Cecilia, Cisse, Marshall, Tabos, Diabate, Ray, and Hyuk. I don't know how I feel. I generally am like, I had to cut the size of the squad down so that we could strengthen, or I had to at least sell some big players to freshen up those positions with either younger players or whatever. We just didn't manage it. And there is reasons for that. You know, like Lesueur's value is like between 100 and, what was it, like 115 and 136 million or whatever that kind of range you get is. Saudi clubs couldn't bid for that. They couldn't afford it. He's on high wages. We have the same issue with Ray. Same issue, if you like. It's not really an issue, but the same thing with Sinval. If players want these guys, they're going to have to. They're either going to have to sell before they buy, or genuinely just use a whole budget on one player. We're not really in a place. We kind of got lucky. We managed to move Villegas on for a big fee, but right now. And it's not a bad thing that we're stuck, but we are kind of stuck with these good players. But it does mean for like Lesueur, I don't know how much the club spent on him. He was already here when we joined, but he's a high earning player. We had to extend his contract by triggering the clause in it because he had no intention of signing a new deal where there was interest in him. But we couldn't afford for him to let his contract expire. But if I didn't try and get big money for him this summer there, which we didn't manage to do, you know, we do kind of run the risk of maybe not being able to afford the replacement. Now, let's say I put Ray out there. I still have the same issue. We spent a lot of money on Ray. He probably shouldn't be on the bench. But Jones fits our team better. And Lesueur has been absolutely lethal on the wing. We also promised Ray would play him as a striker, so anytime we did play him, that's predominantly where we had to play him. So where Ray became a short-term sign to get us over the line and win the league, we've done that, but to actually get the squad to be long-term and sustainable, Ray, Lesueur need to go. They're either in 30s or about to hit 30. We're kind of got the same issue with Skowski. It's the reason why I wanted to move Guilherme on. Sinval's 27 now. Like, while Sinval could still be here for another 10 years, say, there's no guarantee he's going to keep up that level. It's just trying to build the squad future. But we have like Estrada, he's 22, 23 now? He's still long term. But Laskowski was signed as the immediate upgrade to get us over the line. We've done that now. It would be nice if we could try and get the next guy up. We thought we had that with Van Langen. We maybe would have done, but he wanted first football well before we could really give him it. We had to move him on, and I think we did the right thing in moving him on. I don't think he would have ever reached Laskowski's level. But yeah, long term for the squad, I'm concerned, I think is probably the best way to put it. We are 1-0 up, by the way. I've completely glossed over the fact that we scored a goal. I don't even know who scored it. It was Derry that scored it. So yeah, I don't... Unless there's a club who are dying for a particular position, I don't think we're going to be able to move a big name on in January, or a big wage, or whatever you want to say it. I think January is going to be another month where we don't spend a penny. I'm now relying on a squad with one new... Well, I guess Marshall's a new player in it, and so is obviously John Joseph, but we're asking the same 23 guys, 22 guys to do it all again. Not ideal. So, but it's where we're at, so there's no point worrying about it. We are 2-0 up. Almost 3. Unlucky with that corner free kick there. But yeah, I guess we want to see how the rest of the season now goes. We can't worry about what we did or didn't do in the window. The window's done. It's shut. It's gone. And January is the next chance we have to try and fix that. I think the thing that's bugged me is like we sold, for example, Trullis, who we spent like 20-30 million on. He had the potential to be like a really good player. We've not had to, but we did sell him on. We accepted a sell and a loan for him, but he decided to leave permanently. I get that. That's fine. But there's a couple of guys who either were already youth when we came in here, or we've signed that have made it. You know, we've got Aina, who was already a youth player when we signed. Well, young player when we signed. We kind of pushed him out the first team slot. Solheim's made the mark his own. We've got a couple others out on loan. We've got the Guzman boy, the Mexican defensive mid. We've got him, who's out on loan again, where he could have probably stayed this season, but if he did, wouldn't have been resting for the Champions League. We kind of have that in some positions. Like, we have Vaz, he's not as good as Lusur, but he'll probably do a job. Different type of player, mind you. Diabate was meant to be that for Derry, but it's not really happening that way. I don't know. It's just not as... It's not went all to plan, but we are winning things, so I guess the fans wouldn't care, and the board sure as shit don't give a damn. So, yeah. If I'd only signed one player in that window, technically two, I guess, but spent money in one player this window. It's a weird one. It's definitely the quietest summer transfer window I think I've ever had in any save of Football Manager. It was weird. Very weird. We did get a lot of loans done that I wanted done, to be fair, but even at that, we didn't get them all. Manchester City are absolutely running away with the points against Aston Villa. They're 1-4 now. They're probably going to be our title rivals this season. I'm not even sure if we are going to compete for the title this year, but we'll need to wait and see. I generally do feel that a lot of our success last season was down to other teams not performing, but when you see our total points, can't really argue that's the case. But it is a concern of mine. Sinval's really not enjoying this centre mid role, and I get it. That's why I tried to move him on. Malkov, I'm going to make that swap. And yeah, no, take off two guys on the yellow card. Make three changes. Going to bring Toboso on for Sinval because he's not performing pretty well, and just take off the two boot guys. One to give Cisse some minutes, the other one to give Silva just a run out, I guess. Liverpool are drawn with Luton, which is a surprise. Nottingham Forest are beating Manchester United. Yep, we'll make that change. Actually, I didn't realise Gomez was absolutely shattered. So John Joseph will come on, replace Lucas Gomez. And we're going to take off Lasert, bring on Roberto Ray, and that'll be all of our subs for today. Are we getting a penalty when I haven't been looking? Pardon me. Yes, we are. Probably Toboso is going to hit it. He usually does. It is Toboso. Bury it, son. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. First goal of the season. Comfortable 4-0 win at Burnley. At the moment, anyway. PSG game's going to be tough. I really don't expect us to hold the Champions League for a third year in a row. Kind of more concerned with trying to hold the league. I'd rather win, I think, back-to-back titles with that. We've already done the back-to-back Champions League, so... I really want to win the FA Cup this year. It's the one trophy outside of the Community Shield now, I guess, that has eluded us domestically with Arsenal. Quite a few empty seats at the stadium, that's a concern. How do you actually miss the target from there? You are 4 yards out. Bloody hell. Oh, man. I'm actually stunned at that. I don't know how you missed the target from there. Liverpool have just snuck the lead at Luton. Come on, keep a clean sheet. Keep a clean sheet. Good. Maybe about 5 minutes left, all in all, including the added on time. I think Toboso is much more suited to this than Sinval is. We are kind of nerfing Sinval a little bit, but I think long term this will be better. Especially when I get the boy I wanted to sign from Brighton, but couldn't add him. Couldn't fucking add him. We could have afforded him, that's not the issue. It's the squad size we couldn't have. Unless I took a hit on somebody like Tobias, where I don't want to take a hit. Shouldn't need to take a hit on him, so. Everton are now drawing against Brentford. Didn't know they were getting beat. Luton have equalised against Liverpool. That's a shock. The player that just scored for Luton's actually a player that I've considered signing every season, bar this one, actually. Since we've been at Arsenal. Every window since we've been at Arsenal, with exception of that summer there. That is the first window we've not considered signing their striker. That is poor. Right, well done. Ref just blow the whistle and he has. Comfortable 4-0 win in the end. Now we move on to the next game, which is at home against Paris Saint-Germain. So join me in a couple of seconds as we go to that game. Hi there. Yeah, hi. Said that really weird. Hi there. Yeah, we're going with an unchanged side. Everyone's on the bench with the exception of Baz. What is my winger? Why am I having such a mind blank on my own players? Vaz, I was right. Other than Vaz, who is still injured. Yeah, let's go. Also, there is one change. Tobias is starting over Sinval. Sorry, there is one change. I was wrong. I lost my pen. Jurgen Klopp is a PSG manager. Oh, I knew that. I think Klopp was the manager when we were at Lyon. Could be wrong, though. Could be wrong. Oh, I'm nervous for this one. Same as the Man City game. We actually weren't in the Man City game at all. They took the lead. They got a player sent off. That was a catalyst for us. At that point, I think I changed shape at half time. I made a sub then. I think we went to a narrow 3 at the back thing that we've been doing a few times and just tried to create chance after chance. That's all we're trying to do. The downside of what we're doing is we've lost the defensive capabilities of Guilherme being in there or another defensive mid in there. But with playing Solheim, I'm trying to not lose it, but have it slightly further up the park than what it would have been as a defensive mid. So we're not completely losing that defensive side. But in doing that, then there's no point playing Guilherme because he is... It's not his natural game, I think. He is an anchorman for us, but it's probably more of a... He can play as a playmaker. I just don't think he'd have fit as a ball-winning midfielder for us, but he might have. But he was one of the aging players that wanted to move on to try and genuinely have a squad for the next 4 or 5 years instead of bits of it having to go kind of each season or two. And I mean, like, key players. Solheim is also like, when we decide that his star rating here moved up to 3.5, we're like, you know what, yeah, it's time now to make him the main man in there. You know, we can't, there's no point buying or trying to develop these young players and then not putting our faith in them. Yeah. I feel like I've created the situation. I didn't mean I have created the situation. It's now my squad. I've 1 or 2 players in this. Aina, Lesueur are the only 2 players in this starting 11 that we didn't sign. So... And Malkov, I didn't sign Malkov. 3 players, sorry. 3 players in the starting 11 I didn't sign. We're 1-0 up, Warren Jones, 7th goal of the season. We'll take it. So yeah, it's my problem I've created, but it's one I can't seem to get out of now. Maybe it isn't a problem. Let me know in the comments. You think the squad is a problem that we've not had the chance to do anything with it other than like one change? As in right back for right back, so only signing we were able to make. Let me know in the comments if you think I've let me know what you'd have done differently. Would you have sold players undervalued just to refresh the squad a little bit? You know, let me know. I would genuinely love to know. Please don't. Oh, Malkov, please don't. I've just gave away a bloody penalty. I don't ever see, like, you never see the guys getting booked for diving, so you knew it was going to be a fucking penalty. It was in the box. It was clearly in the box. That was the only thing that was in doubt. One. Never mind, 2-1. Leo Lasur, fourth goal of the season. We just picked them back immediately after that, which I like to see. Seems like we're getting a bit better with our set pieces this summer, or this season, for whatever reason. I ain't changed jack shit, so it must be my set piece coach is saying something. I haven't even changed him. He's still there. Saw him having a poor game. Tabose has picked up a knock. It's not ideal. 3-1. Jones with the goal. Let's just take him off just now. I'm not risking him. No point. We've only got 2 stoppages after this now. Sinval will come on and just replace Tabose. There is another reason why I wanted to kind of move Tabose on and Sinval, preferably. Is I didn't realise, but he's got a recurrent injury and I think it's his hamstring or his calf. And I don't remember it's affected him last season, but I don't want to be in a situation where we are losing Tabose for big chunks. Or maybe not even big chunks, but like, maybe he can play 3 games, miss 2, 3 games, miss 2. It's not ideal. Like, not with the size of the squad. It's not ideal. I say that, the squad is still, I think, too big. We don't have any prospects in it, but we don't really have any replacements for him if he's not there. We do have Marshall, but then we don't have a second choice for Solheim because we've now moved Guilherme on. We're kind of in a puddle of many issues at that point. Right, Gomez has just been his usual threat, which is one of the reasons I want to keep him on. The fact we paid 14 million for him, and the fact he has just such a consistent threat on that wing, he create chances for us. I don't really want to move him on. We've got 2 stoppages we can use now for 4 substitutions, and we'll probably be using them at some point. Come on, get in front. Good block. Good block. That's exactly what we needed. Exactly what we needed. I don't want to take Jones off because he's going on for a hat-trick. But he's getting tired. So is Lasur. Not really ideal. Going Derry. Unlucky. Same with Gomez as well. And Malkov. Jones delivered in the corner. I've dropped my pen again. I feel like we're doing okay. It's a really far pass back to Solheim. I don't mind what we're doing, so we're just keeping possession, which is really what I need us to be able to do. Just keep the ball moving. Just keep recycling possession. Unlucky, Lasur's picked up a knock. That is a sub we're making straight away. Rail, come on then. Going to bring on Shankuk as well for Warren Jones. We have 1 more stoppage and 2 more subs to make. So keep an eye on the player's fitness for the rest of the game. Let's bring off Gomez for Joseph. Let's bring on Cecilia for Malkov. Let's just try and start shutting up shop a little bit. play him as an anchor man and have a bit more of a defensive influence in that midfield. Try and see the rest of the game out. This will be a good experience for John Joseph. Don't know if he played Champions League with Celtic or not. I'm not really bothered. But a good experience from here. Getting minutes against PSG for Arsenal. Well, I wouldn't say it's been a comfortable win, but it ended up being a comfortable win. It didn't feel comfortable in the beginning. But then again, when they equalised, we scored straight away again. We are definitely a side who's good in possession, but we have pace now as well. Not now, we have pace that can help us on the breaks. Still feel like there's something missing defensively, but I don't necessarily mean defenders. There's just something not right. We kind of had it last season as well, even with the two defensive mids. But something just feels kind of off with us defensively, and I don't know what it is. Can't pinpoint it properly. I actually thought having the drop in attack in mid to centre mid would help with that, but it's not really. But I don't plan on going back now and changing it to an attack in mid. As I'm kind of stubborn, I'm going to just stick with what we've got shape-wise. Good reception by Aina. Just seconds left of the game, hopefully. And it's done. Arsenal 4, PSG 1, and that's a good winning start to the league phase of the Champions League. I, for one, am absolutely delighted. And it's kind of a weight off my shoulders getting that game through, to be honest. Massive weight off our shoulders. Next two games is Ipswich and Lille, and I don't really think there's much point for us coming back in that. Both players will be back within a week, that's fine. Let's have a look at the schedule then and try and figure out when is best for us to come back. I am kind of eyeing up 4 fixtures, and I just don't know which two to pick between. I'm thinking we either go for Salford Tottenham at the end of October, or we go Feyenoord Liverpool beginning of November, or we go Liverpool Man United as another potential option. Let's come back. I mean, it's the North London derby, isn't it? We've got to do the North London derby. Let's come back then for... Let's come back for Salford and Tottenham. Let's stay domestic just now. And we'll worry about Europe, I think, later on. But yeah, we're going to come back for Salford and Tottenham. So I'll go away. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games I need to go and play it before tomorrow. But that is what we're going to do. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a thumbs up. Greatly helps get the channel out there. Helps the channel grow. And I will see you all in the next one. Remember, let me know what you did done differently in the summer, or if you think I've done the right thing, because I'm still not convinced. See you tomorrow.